The Toronto real estate market has been through a roller coaster lately, and not everybody has won. As a matter of fact, most people have lost, but lost in major ways. And I'm going to go over some surprising stories, the unexpected mistakes, as well as the critical lessons that you understand so you can capitalize in this real estate market today. If you are considering buying or selling, make sure to call me. And if you're a real estate agent looking to increase your business, make sure to reach out to me to learn more about eXp Realty. So what we're going to look at specifically is who are the biggest losers in this marketplace today. And understand, I'm not necessarily calling them losers. I'm saying that they've lost financially due to our current real estate market. And the first group of individuals that have lost big in this market are high leverage real estate investors. And what that means is that maybe they didn't have enough cash up front, so they had to find means of borrowing money in order for them to go ahead and purchase property. Because there are investors that have actually done fairly well in this market. Let's say cash investors, they were able to buy properties at discounted prices, and then they were able to rent them out and benefit from our strong rental market. However, most investors in this marketplace are of course purchasing through a mortgage, and if they didn't have much money up front, often they're getting one mortgage, two mortgages, maybe they're getting a hard money loan, and so they've got all this interest to pay back. And if they're renting out their property, likely they're going to be in a severe cash flow deficit each month. Now maybe there's light at the end of the tunnel. As for this image here, we're looking at how the interest rates have changed throughout the past several years, and so should the rates drop further and values increase, the investors may not be in such a bad situation after all. The second group of individuals that have lost in a major way are sellers that bought during the peak of the market. So if they bought 2021, early 2022, likely the value of their home has gone down by 10 to 15%. But what's worse is that they're having a difficult time selling their property. As for this article here, one homeowner actually had to go through several price changes for them to ultimately sell their property. And when they did, they sold far less than asking price. As a matter of fact, they were on the market over 2 years. There's even this Oshawa listing here, which actually sold for $800,000 less than what they had purchased the property for. In that situation, the property actually went power of sale because of the fact that the owner had purchased that property. Maybe they were no longer able to pay the monthly mortgage payments due to the interest rate increases that took place. What happened was the mortgagers took the property over and they sold it power of sale. But now, quite honestly, every seller in the marketplace today is a loser. The past quarter has seen the most listings that the GTA has had in over 10 years. So if you're a motivated seller, it makes sense for you to list your property. But if you're not motivated, if you don't have any need to sell your property, perhaps you can afford to hold on to it, then you may be better off holding on to your property. Or of course, you're welcome to ask me any questions pertaining to your property so I can better advise. But the third group of losers are anybody that overestimated a specific area's growth potential. And what I mean is buyers may look at specific areas and figure, okay, this area is undervalued. We're going to put our money over here, buy real estate. Maybe we'll buy an investment property. Heck, maybe we'll buy something in this location and sell it after a few years. Most of the areas where we thought had a lot of growth potential actually did see a decrease in their values. For example, we've seen Durham region within the past year finally drop in value, and that's very rare because Durham is a very resilient market. And so this is quite a valuable lesson for all of us, just that we never will know what the future may hold because of the fact like the Toronto condos were appreciating for an extended period of time. They even appreciated throughout the 2017-2018 adjustment which happened in the marketplace, but now they're actually the product which is the hardest to sell. The fourth group of losers are developers that have excess inventory. So 2021, 2022 saw a fairly strong pre-construction market. There was a lot of new inventory. It was very exciting times. Buyers could decide to buy pre-construction because of the fact that when you buy pre-construction, you don't need all the money up front. You can pay in installments. However, right now, there's a lot of pre-construction units that are for sale, and we just simply don't have the buyers out there. In fact, the buyers aren't even in the resale market, yet alone pre-construction. So for a lot of developers out there, they're either going to be canceling their projects if it's not too late, or they'll finish the construction of the projects, but they won't bring the units to the market yet because the prices are too low. So they'll hold off, wait for the market to somewhat improve with respect to the average price, and then they'll bring the units to the market. But they're in a lot of trouble, and we can only imagine how much of a loss some of the projects are having versus how optimistically they may have been thinking back a couple of years ago. And the fifth group of losers would be any low-income renters because of the fact that there's so much demand still for some of the more affordable rental properties out there, so they're having to pay very high prices, more than they were paying last year. And then at the same time, let's not forget that the cost of living in the Greater Toronto area is the highest it's ever been. We have inflation, we don't have too much job growth, so finding employment is fairly challenging for a lot of people. And it's interesting because if you look at the average condo which is up for sale, they've actually come down in value throughout the past year, although the rental rates have not. But fortunately, there is some hope for renters out there. We're not seeing the average rent actually increase on an average monthly payment anymore. We're seeing that there's a bit more inventory. So prior to 2024, we only saw the rental market keep on increasing in price, whereas right now the rental market has seemed to have stabilized. And I'd love to know your opinions on this information. Who else is losing in this market? Do you have any thoughts about the information that I've shared? Make sure to comment in the comment section below. If you are considering buying or selling, make sure to call me because my clients get excellent service. And if you're a real estate agent looking to grow your business, make sure to reach out to me to learn more about eXp Realty. Click that subscribe button. I appreciate your support and look forward to seeing you next time.